Welcome, everybody, to Scott County High School for the final game of today and tonight's Dan Cummins Classic, the second annual. I'm Cal Oakes, joined by Derek Varney for this one as the host Cardinals trying to snap a losing skid here. It was district games, too, of all things. They fell to Sayre and Bryan Station this week to drop to 8-13 overall. They'll go up against the 11-10, but that's deceiving Mayo Bulldogs. Mayo runner-up in the LIT this year. Obviously, coming out of Louisville, playing as tough a schedule as you'll get, as you'll find. And they are in here wanting to make a statement in the final game. It's not quite last year's assignment where Scott County decided they needed to go play North Laurel and Reed Shepherd, but still should be a challenge for the Cards.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime you bring, as you and I have talked before, a bad or mediocre Louisville team is a good high school basketball team, and this Mayo team, 11-10. I'm sure if we look at the 10 losses that they have, they're probably pretty respectable teams. As Scott County's losses are against respectable teams. There's some games, yes, we all agree that they were up and probably should have finished out and didn't close out and lost those games. But as Keith Grouser and I were talking just a few minutes ago, this is the kind of game, Cal, that can actually turn your season around. These guys come out here and have a good performance and beat Louisville Mayo. You look up and go, guys, why can't we do that in the 42nd district here?
Yeah, we were talking on it during the girls' game. It's reminiscent of when they played Jeffersonville, Indiana. That 2019-2020 team had kind of a lot of ups and downs for most of the regular season. They played that team in December in an event like this, beat them, and Coach Glenn was able to use it all season long. Look how good we are against this level of opponent, and look how good we can be. And I do feel like this is a chance to have that kind of statement win going into this final month of the season. Mayo, kind of a team in transition this year. Arguably the best player in the state, Caleb Glenn, transferred to prep school, so they had to regroup around the Evelyn brothers, Jack and Cole. Jack averaged 16.7 a game, and Cole at 13.8. They've actually got four players scoring double figures. Demetrius White, 13.4, and Jason Gazaway at 10.1 as well. So they're a team that you can't key on any one guy, obviously.
No, they're always very, very sound. Always have two or three talented guys. Normally have 1 to 2 Division I players, but as you said, Brian, he's moved on to a prep school, and these guys will still be a very big challenge for Scott County here tonight.
Scott County, it's been the Micah Glenn and Nick Mosby show for much of the season. They've been the two fifth-year seniors that have been healthy and played in every game and started every game and been the model of consistency. Last night at Bryan Station in the loss, Glenn with 20 and Mosby with 15. They need to continue to get Daquise Brown and Jay-Z Middleton back healthy, back playing at the same time if possible. They can. We've seen when they can do that, it's a wrinkle that they haven't had otherwise, and it was really instrumental, I thought, in their win over Henry Clay, which they haven't been able to really replicate that level of play since then.
Yes, and you and I discussed that night, what we saw against Henry Clay. I think we got a little bit excited. You had all three guys, all three of the shooters, hitting shots and them running offense, and they got down where we thought, in our minds, we go, oh, this is a 11, 12-point ball game. It could have gone in the other direction. They fought back. McGrath had an incredible game that night, and we thought, hey, we put something together here, and then they stumble. But then again, right now, not too late. You come out and beat a quality team like Mayo, and again, it can turn your season around.
McGrath, Lamarion McGrath, another one that's been in and out of the lineup. He had that big game against Henry Clay with a career-high 24 points, and then he sat in a win over Mercer County. He came back, played in the loss to Sayre, sat again last night against Bryan Station. We're looking down there in the court, and number 23 is suited up and ready to go, it looks like. So we're hoping that's a good sign. We're hoping that means the Cards are at full strength for this one. We mentioned the return of Jay-Z Middleton. He's the third of those super seniors. Looks like he's sitting down on the bench to be introduced as a starter, along with Micah Glenn, Daquise Brown. And we shall see on the others.
I think Daquise, he's always kind of a mystery, and hopefully he'll come through tonight and be his good self tonight.
Yes, we're going to have the national anthem for the main event. We'll be back on the other side with the starting lineups. Welcome back, Cal Oaks, along with Derek Barney for the Dan Cummins Classic. Final game of the day, Scott County going up against Male. Jay-Z Middleton, Daquise Brown, Micah Glenn, Nick Mosby, and Eli Moody, your 5 starters. Nick Mosby is going to get the 1,000-point commemorative ball presented by Coach Tim Glenn. Nick hit that in the game 2 weeks ago tonight against Great Crossing. The latest in a long line of 1,000-point scorers just since I've been here, since the start of the 16-17 season. You think of Michael Marino, Cooper Robb, Glenn Covington, Diablo Stewart, Taryn Hamilton, and on it goes.
That's quite a fraternity he just joined right there, Cal. I mean, a prestigious program like this has been, for many years, and to be able to be in that 1,000-point club is quite an honor.
We said it. He's been an overcomer too. He
Absolutely
broke his arm his true sophomore year, and then had a shoulder injury this past summer. Had to have surgery on that. Really wasn't ready to go full steam until October, November, coming into this season. So it's been great that he's been healthy. They've certainly needed him and needed his scoring and needed his leadership, and they'll need a big night from him tonight.
And you know what I always tell Coach Glenn, I still think, not take anything away from the team here or Scott County basketball, but I think the best is ahead of Nick Mosby. Whatever level he's going, and if he still, wants to play college basketball, which I think he does, I think he's going to get a lot stronger. And, he's the type of his raw ability he has now. When that's polished and he's a lot stronger and he's fully matured, I think the sky's the limit for him.
Yeah, he is a kid that has the shooting stroke and the handles, and if they put some weight on him,
yes,
whether it's at the NAIA level or D3 or wherever, he will excel. Daquise Brown being introduced as he facilitates things. They often, you saw the comeback bid the other night against Sayre. They had just a dreadful first half, did the Cards, and Daquise's defense and offense that resulted from that defense really turned things around ever so fleetingly in that one. They've also gotten some good minutes from Tristan Christopher lately. He had a huge game down at Mercer County last Saturday night. His defense has been central to that effort. Your male starters, we mentioned Jack Edlin, Max Gainey, number 15. Jack Edlin wears number 5. Number 2 is Demetrius White. Number 31 is Jason Gazaway. And 0 is Cole Edlin. So those are your 5.
Cal, I kind of like our matchup here. Looks like everybody.
There isn't anybody out there that's 6'8".
No, you're exactly right.
That is a good matchup for Scott County, as it seems like they're looking up at somebody every night. This is more eye to eye as Eli Moody.
You got Moody and Mosby, two of the tallest kids on the floor right now.
Moody and Gazaway getting ready to jump it. Gazaway will win it to Cole Edlin, who finds Demetrius White. White will try to bounce it inside, but it's a giveaway as Gazaway couldn't reach it. Moody, good defense on his man there.
You see it, Mel jumps into what I've seen Mel for years. They'll play you tight man-to-man from the time you inbound the ball all the way up the court. Scott County just has to clear out and let one man take it. They're going to trap the first pass.
Middleton and Glenn playing pass with it in the backcourt. They got to get it over the timeline here. They do with Jay-Z. Tried to fire it to Mosby going back door, and it was intercepted by Demetrius White. Male dumps it inside.
Walk.
Should have been, yeah.
Yes,
I was going to say, I was afraid they were going to call the foul.
I was too.
on Moody, but instead they do get Gazaway for the second turnover in as many possessions. So 21 seconds into this one. 3 giveaways, 2 for Male, 1 for Scott County. Scott County breaks that pressure, and Brown finds Mosby, who leaves the layup short. It goes out of bounds and will stay with the Cardinals at the 7:30 mark.
Out of bounds under right here for Scott Kent. It's a good chance to get an easy bucket.
Mosby finds Brown, who
Just
hits Middleton. Middleton to Mosby, tipped and intercepted. That's multiple turnovers both ways in the early seconds of this one. That's going to leave Edlin with an open three. Cole Edlin hits it from the left corner.
Seems like we always get burnt first with that corner three, Cal.
3-0 as Cole Edlin puts Mail on top. Glenn with it in the corner, finds Middleton. Middleton back to Glenn. Glenn thought about a three, ball fake, drove the right baseline, got it blocked. It will stay with SC.
And I like Michael being aggressive right now, Cal, because, again, as we said, there's not a rim protector. There's no rim protector. So these guys, Daquise Brown and Micah Glenn on the wings can go directly to the bucket.
Middleton looking, finds Mosby finally, and he'll get it out to Daquise up top.
Just run offense right here. Run offense.
Mosby.
Get something easy.
Moody finds Glenn for a catch and shoot three that's off. Mosby straining for the rebound. Middleton traps it in the corner. And Brown finds Glenn again. Glenn on the drive to the left baseline. Gets stopped there by a purple shirt and fired it long. Rebounded by Mail. The Edlin sharing it now, and they find Demetrius White for a three. Back rim no good. Rebound Brown.
Need transition right here. Transition bucket. Good pass.
Brown on the run to Moody. Moody, good catch, but missed the layup. Tried to hit the reverse. Now Brown with the second opportunity. Short J makes it 3-2.
I like Daquise's body language and the way he's getting up and down the floor and orchestrating right now, Cal. That's always a good sign.
Always looking for that out of him. We saw it in spurts the other night against Sayre, and a good start here against Mayo. White to the corner, and Gainey.
Scott Kenny playing almost what looks like a zone, but it's called their pinch defense. They're not going to let you drive the ball to the bucket.
Cole Edlin long on the three. Brown got the rebound, tried to thread the needle with a bounce pass to Jay-Z, but missed his target. Another turnover for the Cards.
Yeah, Daquise, just take the ball as hard as you can to the center of the floor, to the foul line till they stop you, and then distribute. He was throwing a bounce pass there, Cal, on the same side of the floor as a guy traveling. It just can't do it.
Max Gainey bringing it up slowly for Mayo across the Bird logo.
That's 3 turnovers for Scott County in about, 5 possessions?
Jack Edlin hits Gainey for a three, the same spot that his teammate Cole Edlin hit one earlier, and now it's 6-2. Scott County struggling with the pressure a little bit. Brown. Mostly they've struggled in the half court.
Yeah, there's too much dribbling.
Turnovers, but there's a steal.
Way
and
too much dribbling.
Another fast break for an easy layup for Cole Edlin, who has 5 of the 8. It's 8-2. Mosby quickly, spin, stop, gets it out to Jay-Z. Middleton finds Glenn.
We got to get Nick involved, Cal. I mean, he hasn't had a shot attempt yet, and we're 4 minutes into the first quarter.
Eli Moody finds an open Daquise Brown. He'll take the three. Q has all 5 for SC at the 4:45 mark. They're down 3.
See if we can move out to the shooters here in the corners.
Gainey to Jack Edlin. Now to Demetrius White. Back to Jack Edlin. Drive off the glass, too strong, rebounded by Moody. And a reach on Mayo. Going to get the foul on number 5, Jack Edlin.
There's a stop right there, Cal.
That's the first one.
Yes, it is.
That Mayo hasn't stopped themselves.
Right.
Checking into the game for Mayo is Terrence Hall, number 30. We'll also see the first of Noah Gallagher on the night for Scott County, number 5. 4:24 to play first quarter, 8-5 Mayo.
I like the Gallagher-Moody substitution there. That's they kind of both play the same, right?
Kind of complementary pieces.
That's a good pass. That's another
Middleton
good pass.
Drops it to Gallagher for the lay-in.
That's what you have to do to beat the press. You get the ball to the middle of the floor to the ball handlers and let them distribute.
8-7. Mayo's lead cut to 1. It's a 5-0 run for Scott County. There's another three from that sweet spot for Mayo, but left it short, and Brown with the rebound. Gazaway took the shot. Scott County with a chance to take the lead here 4 minutes in. They break the pressure. Mosby gets to Glenn. Glenn contested, gets his own rebound. gets it knocked out of his hands, it will stay with the Cardinals.
Michael's doing it at Cal's. You and I have talked before in other games. I don't want to call it out of control, but when Micah gets going in and coach is going to bring him out right now just to give him a break. It's 2 possessions that he's kind of gone out of control, down the lane and tried to make the body contact. And said Micah needs to gather himself, go up, put the ball in off the glass, and he can do that.
Tristan Christopher, that defensive pest, is in the game now. So you've got a Christopher Brown and Middleton backcourt, which is an interesting arrangement. Then Mosby and Gallagher. Playing top to top right now.
Yep.
3:35 to go.
That's
Brown
what they
will
need
take
to
it
do
to the
right
hoop,
there.
over the
Nice.
big man and drops it in. He's got 7. And Scott County has the 9-8 lead. It's first of the night. Demetrius White, hesitation, drive, floater is good.
It's a beautiful move right there. Wow.
White reclaims the advantage for Mail, 10-9, 3:15 to go. Jay-Z Middleton finds Mosby, thought about a deep 3, now he'll give it up to Jay-Z.
Yep. It's time, it's Jay-Z time.
12-10 County, 3:04 to play, first quarter. Deflected by Christopher, intercepted by Middleton. Jay-Z bounces it ahead to Gallagher, a little too strong, but they bailed him out as they knocked it off out of Noah's hands. It will stay out of bounds under with the car.
Cal, let me tell you something as a guard right there. That's the kind of things that Jay-Z needs to see, that Gallagher probably can't handle that pass. He's not the type of player that on the run there can handle that pass, catch it, and lay it in. He has to be going more towards the bucket than catching the ball going down the lane. That's very tough for him, and it's not his fault.
Middleton bounced to Mosby and back up top to Queese. Now to Christopher. Brown with it. Cards on top, 12-10. Couple of recent lead switches. The latest has gone the Cards' way off a 3 from Jay-Z Middleton. Now Daquise Brown, right elbow extended. In and out and in.
Huge game right now for Daquise.
Q has 9 of the first 14.
He just needs to keep playing. Just keep playing hard. Don't gamble on the defensive end.
Gainey gives it up. Picking up the dribble is Richards. Cross-court pass. They'll hit that 3 from the left corner again. Same spot. This time, Terrence Hall, the third offender from that particular place on the floor.
Keep going, Christian. Good.
Gets it taken away by Jack Edlin. And then a reach-in by Christopher. Doesn't accomplish anything, and Jack Edlin gets an open lane to the rim.
That's exactly. You said it right. Didn't accomplish anything. He reached, 50 feet from the bucket and gave them numbers on this end for a bucket.
Instead of a frustration foul, it was just as good for Mail.
One more pass. Good.
Mosby, corner 3. Too strong. Rebound to Richards.
I like Daquise making that one more pass, though.
Another 3 from the left side. Gainey for the second time, 18-14. Jay-Z across the timeline quickly. Tries to use a little bit of an arm bar and now throws it away under duress, but Mail knocked it out of bounds.
Dribbled himself in trouble there, Cal. The trapping areas we discuss quite often, he dribbled right into it. That's exactly where Mail wants him to do, is dribble right over to the area in front of their bench there. They can use the sideline as another defender.
Mosby to inbound it to Queese. He's trapped, gets it to Jay-Z, was deflected, and now Jay-Z looked like backcourt.
No, it was deflected.
I guess it was touched by Mail. So no harm, no foul. SC still has it at the minute mark to go in this opening quarter.
Coach Glenn instructing to keep running your offense. Keep running your offense.
That was deflected by Mail. They're trying to say it was off of Queese, but it was instead off of Max Gainey. Clock stops at 51.8. Q will get a breather. Coming into the game is Micah Glenn once again.
Daquise is playing the type of game right now, Carol. I give him these 51 seconds here and then the timeout, and I get him back in the ball game.
Mail on an 8-0 run after SC wiped out the Bulldogs' early lead. There's Middleton from way deep. That's a heat check when he hadn't even been hot.
You're exactly right, with 42 seconds on the clock. Then he gives up a layup.
He did make one earlier, but instead, Jack Evelyn spins for a layup at this end.
Yep.
And now it's a 10-0 binge. Mosby gets it to Gallagher, who finds Mosby, gave up the 3 to lose it.
Good
Fire
hands.
up a wild shot, rebounded by Gallagher. Jay-Z on the run, 3-on-2. Gives it up to Mosby, up and under, no good.
Wow.
Now Mail.
Just can't seem to finish, Cal.
Potential dagger three at the buzzer there to end the quarter from Cleveland, but it's off. Bulldogs score the last 10 of that stanza, and they lead 20-14.
Stop the bleeding a little bit there at the end of the quarter. Wow, Mel's coach met one of his players at midcourt. It was for the last fast break there. The kid didn't kick the ball to a wide open guy standing there, and he heard about it right there at the end of the quarter. I bet he will from now on.
Yes, I think that will make it clear.
And I'm anxious to see if he does come back off the bench right here to start the quarter. Final score, Chiefs 27, Jaguars 20.
Well, they will be one of the two teams in next week's big event, the AFC Championship, as Mahomes on 1 foot guides the top seed to the victory. Is there really a top seed this year the way things are? I mean, it's kind of there that the Monday night, the unfortunate Monday night situation really threw a lot of things into flux.
Yeah, Mahomes says, watch this. I can do it on 1 foot.
Yeah, with some help from a little bit of injection at halftime, I'm sure.
Yep.
Chad Henne guided a touchdown drive in that game. First, he's been in the league since 2008.
Love
that
seeing
was his
that.
first playoff touchdown pass. SC with it to start the second quarter. Micah Glenn, turnaround from a tough angle, missed it. Rebound tip to Christopher.
Cal, we got to get Micah going. Micah needs to get off the snide. He has
not scored yet. Now there's a steal by Mayo once again.
Wow.
Too many turnovers.
Way too many turnovers.
Up ahead, Edlin. They'll get that corner three from the left side, in and out, but coming in strong with the second effort is Jack Edlin. He has 6. It's an 8-point lead for Mayo. 12-0 run.
Yeah, this pressure and hurrying Scott County up is just killing Scott County.
Another giveaway. Demetrius White and Brown will get him on the way to the rim. Sorry, Max Gainey. And Gainey will go to the line. It went south in a hurry here as the Cards were up 4, and now they're potentially going to be down by double digits with Gainey at the line for 2.
You know, I think it's pretty good when we, make the comment about the lack of size of Male. We see what they do with their lack of size, Cal. They shoot the 3 well, and they get after you with the pressure.
And they still rebound well,
yes,
despite
absolutely.
Their lack of size.
There's
been a lot of one and done. There's been a few that have been tipped up for grabs, but a lot of times Mayo is yanking down that first opportunity and not giving a second. Gainey hits both. He has a team high 8, and Mayo is up 10. Middleton under duress. To Brown, up ahead to Glenn, and he will draw the contact, and that'll give him a chance to get on the board at least.
Yes, absolutely. Now, he drew the contact there, Cal, but if he's still, I'm not so sure Micah can't get an and one out of that. Instead of double pumping and bringing the ball down and twirling the ball up, just go up through the guy's chin. You're going to draw the foul.
Micah at the line. Drains the first. And the second. He had 20 last night. That's his first 2 of this one. Cards down 8. Catch and shoot 3 off the front rim and rebounded by Moody.
They got some soft shooters, Cal. They really do. Every one of them can shoot the ball. Yes, they can all shoot the ball.
Of course, we just saw Greg Crossling go 10 for 15 from 3-point range in the last game. Dawson and Burrell a combined 7 for 7. If y'all weren't with us for that one, easy win for the Warhawks over the. No,
they do everything quite well.
They're okay.
Pleasure to watch.
Getting down final 10 games of the regular season here for both schools. as they prepare for district tournament action and beyond, hopefully, in cases. There's a nice pass from Glenn to Moody. Need more of that.
Exactly. Well, they got it out of the offense, Cal. Scott County probably had the ball about a minute and a half that possession and get a layup.
And cut it to 6.
Yes.
But there is a 3 in response from Cole Edlin.
Everything just seems so easy on this end.
Effortless threes. They
Yes.
have hit 5 from just about that very same spot, all 5. Long pass to Moody, who will get fouled on the way up and go to the line. Queese hit him in stride. Missed the first, did Moody. He'll have another opportunity at the 5:44 mark, and Eli missed that one as well. Rebound comes down to Terrence Hall. Mail up 9, trying to build on it. Gainey, drive and kick for a 3 from the right side this time. Hall has 2. Gainey has 2. Cole Edlin has 2. That's 18 of Mail's 30.
There's a shooting barrage right now, and that was kind of contested.
Glenn faked the pass. Now will drive it, and Mosby just couldn't handle it.
And the thing about it is Nick's there with his back to the baseline, Cal. What's he going to do right there if he catches that ball, right? Back to the baseline, the buckets. That's the kind of thing Micah, Jay-Z, and Daquise, as a guard, you have to see that and recognize that, hey, my guy, he looks open, but he can't do anything when he catches it.
And we're talking about all seniors in that equation,
yes.
too. Hall gives it up to Cole Edlin. Cole Edlin, tough angle over 2 cards from the right baseline inside the arc. He's got 10.
Little step back. Bobby Jack.
32-18. Biggest lead of the night for the Dogs is 14. A long pass off the press break to Moody, who missed the layup. Chased down the rebound, but threw it away. And that's a run out for Mail. And Antonio Harris.
Gotta get a timeout. There you go.
34-18. Mail leads it. Tim Glenn wants to talk it over.
Yeah, Mail's got a different step than Scott County does. And I'm not saying talent-wise. I'm talking a different energy level. Their system, they're going to press, they're going to run them, and Scott County's playing right into their hands. Hence the 16-point lead.
Yes, they have a different gear.
They do. They really do. They got some athletes.
Monday night, back on the network for a doubleheader. Frankfort at Great Crossing. Girls and boys, 41st District action here. And then we'll have a Wednesday night game as the Jasper Johnson Show. Woodford County will be coming in here. So just no let up for Scott County as one of the top, I believe he's ranked number 21 in his class by ESPN just this past week, coming in here with his Yellow Jackets.
The Southpaw Jasper. That's good.
Inside to Moody from Middleton, and Eli has a couple of buckets this quarter. But a drive just as quickly for Terrence Hall.
Just too easy. Way too easy. Yeah, they can't stand back here and play with the ball on offense against the press because that's what happens right there every single time.
Thrown away. Well, they'll save it as Cole Edlin couldn't save it. So Scott County will keep the possession. 4:02 to go. Quade Miles checking in for Micah Glenn. SC down 16. Middleton bounces it into Mosby for an easy deuce. Mosby's on the board for the first time. So Mail has held Mosby to 2 and Glenn to 2. Drive into traffic, Cole Edlin, and the contact.
You know what, Cal? At least right there, they made something difficult. Every possession is an open 3 or an open layup.
Bulldogs will inbound from underneath their bucket. They lead by 14. More substitutes for the Bulldogs is coming in. Demetrius White, a starter, back in the game. Cole Edlin with it, guarded by Mosby. Gets it over to Jack Edlin. Edlin back cut, but it's
Got a
thrown
turnover.
away as Brown with an
That's
interception.
a foul, yes.
And reaching in Mail to slow it down. That's the fourth team foul on the Bulldogs. Cards have 2. Second personal on Jack Edlin. Moody to Mosby for a corner 3 that's way off the mark. Long, rebounded by Mail. Another 3 from the corner for the Dogs. Demetrius White is the 4th different offender tonight from beyond the arc.
Jay-Z needs to keep going. I don't know what he's holding, why he's holding up. Get the ball across the court.
Miles loses it. Up ahead. Mail, drop pass. Up and under is good from Jack Edlin. Everything going right.
Yep.
It's a purple rain right now
really
over
is.
the Cardinals.
Big time.
And almost another turnover. Middleton's in trouble. They're backing it up. Brown's got to throw the touchdown pass to Miles.
That's the pass to make.
Miles, right elbow extended, no good. Rebound, Mail. Edlin brothers on the run. Mail playing pass, driving it into the paint, drawing the contact is number 3, Antonio Harris.
Just the whole body language is bad for Sky County right now. That's the thing that I hate seeing more than anything. I mean, you're going to get down, just, keep fighting. And I know they will. They've been blitzed here real quick and got another 3 up.
No good. Chasing down the rebound. Mail tried to save it and did so off the hands of Eli Moody. Yeah, this has been a rough week for the Cards. You want a game to get well, but again, you don't get a chance to get well when you play Mail, and then you got Woodford County coming in, and it's pretty heavy with district games from here on out. And, other than the win over Henry Clay, there hasn't been a lot to smile about in the district.
Woodford County's Tuesday night?
Wednesday,
gotcha.
That is also here on the network. So we've had a quick run of games. Then we'll have a week off, I believe, before we'll see Steve Helton's Lady Cards again against Sayre on the 1st of February.
Cal, I don't have my schedule memorized. I feel bad.
I only looked at it today. Otherwise, I wouldn't know either. But I just got a morbid curiosity. Here's another miss and another offensive rebound and another second chance 3-pointer for Cole Edlin. I give up.
I know it.
44-22.
They can shoot the basketball. Wow. Of course, they're having every opportunity to be good shooters.
They finally break that pressure. Christopher drops it off to Miles, who takes it to the rack but leaves it short. Another one and done. Rebound came down to Terrence Hall, and now quickly Mail up with it. That left corner that's been so good for them all night, guess what? Cole Edlin hits his 4th of the game. It is a 25-point bulge, 47-22. Mail smells blood in the water.
And there's plenty of it.
Queese gets it across the bird. Micah with the drive.
Cal, did you see the difference right there? Where Michael stopped, gathered himself, and went up.
With authority.
Right, he sure did.
But every time they score, it just seems like Mail comes down with a quick one. They missed the layup there, but it's just no defense at all. Brown spins on the baseline. Short. Rebound, Bulldogs. 47-24. Minute 13 to play in the half. Drive and kick. Guess who? Guess where? Guess what?
That's 5.
Cole Edlin's 5th 3 from the right corner makes it 50-24.
And he's gassed. He's on the other end, bent over. So that's the opposite. He's resting on the defensive end, and he's exerting all his energy on the offensive end, which
he can afford to do because the offense isn't happening at the other end.
That's the point I'm making. You're exactly right.
It's a vicious cycle for the team in white. Glenn, Brown, back to Glenn. Glenn spins, tries to bank it off the glass and does.
It's a nice move. Beautiful move.
Consecutive baskets for Micah to make it 50-26. Final 20 seconds of the first half. It's been all dogs.
Yep, I would not trap when you get.
And one.
There's your reason why you don't trap right there.
Terrence Hall in double digits with a chance to add one to grow on. 52-26, 10.2 seconds. A clinic for the Big H out of Louisville. And they lead it 52-26 here in the waning moments of the second period.
The coach's sons can play a little bit.
Just a smidgen.
I guess he took there's both Edelin's in.
I don't see either one of them right
Oh,
now getting
nope.
a little extra
Yes.
break before the half, which is a smart thing to do. Hall completes the three-point play to make it 53-26. Jay-Z, a little off balance, couldn't roll it in. That will do it for the first half.
Surprised they don't hit that one.
That's about the only one.
Right.
The male Bulldogs have hit, count them, 10 three-pointers for 30 points. That's more than the 26 the Cards have put up total. And they've added 23 others for good measure to have a 27-point lead going into the locker room. Not much to talk about at halftime for the good guys, but we will when we collect our thoughts. A little jukebox hero for your listening pleasure.
Yeah, they got tired of hearing the nets swishing on this end down here, Cal.
I don't know, Derek.
Yeah, I'm kind of lost for words. I mean, it's not, it's as we sit here and watch, it's almost like watching out on the playground. Their male has it. They take two dribbles, they throw to an open guy in the corner, and he knocks down a three, or they drive by their man and they lay it in the bucket, or they drive by their man, kick it out for an open three. So it's not rocket science what they're doing. They're just Scott County's they're just not defending. They're struggling on both ends. They're only getting one shot on the offensive end, and hopefully that's corrected. Stranger things have happened. Hopefully they come out here, play their tails off. They get this thing down to half, cut the lead in half by the end of the third quarter. That's what you want. That's your goal. Cut it in half and then go from there.
We'll go over the scoring here. It doesn't take too long for Scott County.
Should be getting some stats up here, shouldn't they?
One would think. Daquise Brown with 9, all in the first quarter. Micah Glenn 6. Eli Moody 4. Jay-Z Middleton 3. Nick Mosby held to 2. And Noah Gallagher with 2 for the total of 26. How about 19 for Cole Edelin, including 5 threes? 11 for Terrence Hall. We've got 8 for Max Gainey and 8 for Jack Edelin. That gets you up to 46. And then 5 for Demetrius White and 2 for Antonio Harris for the total of 53. UK got a big win today. That's good news.
You know what? I like it that they came through in a tough situation when the game was back and forth. Seemed like they were losing those type ball games, and now somebody's stepping up and they're making plays, and everything's going through number 34. So
Oscar has become Oscar.
He really has. Whether Cal takes so much ridiculing for a lot of stuff, but when he knows when the kids are in shape, he said the kids that weren't really in shape was Oscar and C.J. Frederick.
We've seen an uptick from C.J.
Exactly right, and he said that's because
he wasn't healthy at the start of the season.
And you saw that he didn't have there's some shots that he just does not have and that's going to come in a game when you're tired and you're playing as hard as he is, because what he's done, I don't think C.J.'s ever played defense this hard, because Cal's going to make you play defense.
Yeah, I don't think he played that kind of defense at Iowa.
You're exactly right.
Or maybe at CoCav.
Right.
But we know he can shoot the rock. We saw him do it at Rupp Arena many moons ago. And
put a 35 piece on us, I believe.
It was tough. Single-handedly led his team to the ship.
Yep.
we're reminiscing about old times right now because the current situation here at Scott County High School is a 53-26 deficit against the 11-10 male Bulldogs, who, fair to say, that record is deceiving. As they are a top 25 caliber team, and we are seeing it.
You know, I'm going to give them credit and say that yes, they are, but I'm also going to say that we're nowhere near our best.
No, we look like a team that is scuffling right now.
You're exactly right.
And
because when you just stop guard, I mean, it's just not a Scott County team when you just stop guarding and everything becomes so easy on the offensive end for the opposing team.
Trying to see who the athlete is down there on crutches. I don't think that's one of our local kids. Big old bulky knee brace.
Who is it?
I was trying to figure that out. I don't believe it's one of our kids. I don't know who it is. It's not a mail jacket. Not a great crossing jacket.
Right.
Anyway. So, yeah, let's look at the broadcast schedule that is coming up, as we will have plenty of action for you all down the stretch here. Counting the doubleheader, we've got 9 more regular season games. It is a doubleheader Monday night. Apparently, Derek's going to join me over there at Great Crossing according to this.
I'll be there.
In fact, you're on the next 7 out of the 9.
Yes, sir.
Because after that, it's 5 right here where we're sitting.
We're getting ready to go on. Cal and I getting ready to go on our own run right here.
We may, yeah, we're going to see how that pans out. As, 2 of those are Scott County girls games in the district. We know they need to get some confidence going down the stretch here.
Yes.
They've had some struggles lately. And 2 of them are district games for the boys, Frederick Douglass and Bryan Station. They've lost them on the road. Now, if they could find a way to circle the wagons and get those, it's a jumbled mess in the 42nd district as far as seating is concerned.
I guess they're kind of looking at that 4-5 game right now, right?
You don't want to be in that 4-5
No.
game. At the very least, you want to get, and I think they have confidence. They've played decently against Douglas, who I think is probably going to be the number 1 seed. I mean,
Correct.
I don't want to discount Sayre. They're undefeated right now, but I think Douglas is the best team in the district on paper right now.
And Douglas gets a last second put back last night to beat Central. Yeah.
And Central's just playing everybody tough. It don't matter. But yeah, so that's a game. If they can continue to play Douglas hard, give themselves the belief that they could do something if they played in a region semifinal. I mean, we saw a few years ago Douglas come in as a 4 and do that to Henry Clay.
Yes.
In an instant classic, and if SC could get some confidence down the stretch and do the same thing, that would be certainly a worthy goal for the Cardinals at this point. You just got to get things turned around and headed in a positive direction. This, assuming it's a loss, will drop them to 8-14 with 8 games remaining in the regular season. You figure Woodford County is going to be a tough one. Douglas at home is going to be a tough one. They go to GRC. That's not going to be a picnic.
Yeah.
So the record may not be impressive going into the postseason, but if you can play well enough in those games to look at it as iron sharpens iron.
That's right. Let's see Scott County come out and just play with some energy.
Yeah, I'm trying to judge it from seeing them come out of the locker room, and I'm not sensing it.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't know if I just don't. I mean, you and I both are from the old school, and there's some things that you just did and you did not do, and you knew better.
Well, you played Henry Clay not much more than a week ago, and you beat them handily, and you had the whole roster there, and you had. Coach Glenn was very optimistic, saying, this reminds me so much of that 2020 team.
Oh, gosh.
And you've got kids finally healthy and in the right place, and you've got that positive vibe. And then they went down and got a pretty good win at Mercer County, but it's just been a struggle since then. And I don't know. There's no magic wand that you could wave to snap them out of it. But right now,
Yep.
it's tough.
Well, and that 2021 team, that's what it is. It's with Taryn.
Yeah.
One thing that Scott County doesn't have in this situation is sometimes you can find ways to win when you have that special D1 player that's in there, and then the other four come together. Because you had as we talked from Caleb Coffey, played out of his mind from the district on, and that's all that mattered at that point. But again, everything's around that, and you get to have a good guard, a couple good guards, and you have that one Division I player. You do not have this on that Scott County team.
Taryn is a D1 talent that is starring at the NAIA level, and you see a lot of those. We've seen him come through Georgetown College. Taryn is at Union College. He's got them ranked top 10 or 15 in the country. He's averaging double digits scoring and most nights rebounding, and just having a special career down there in his second season with the Bulldogs. And yeah, he was the straw that stirred that drink for sure. But you were right about Coffey.
Right.
He was the X factor that came in and just gave you that physical toughness, mental.
Could guard 5 positions. Really,
yeah,
he really could.
He really could. And he was that. There are guys on this roster that have that capability physically, and we don't see it night in and night out mentally. And that's what's got to be the change.
And the mental part has to come first, in my opinion.
They'll start the second half with a 5 of Brown, Moody, Middleton, Glenn, and Mosby with the Cards. Got to find a way to shut down the supply of three-pointers as Mail hit 10, 5 of them by Cole Edwin. Jack Edwin's the leading scorer on this team. They contained him to 8, but Cole has 19.
Not a bad half.
Not a bad career.
Right.
Mail will start out with it in this third quarter, and lo and behold,
good gracious,
take a corner 3 and nail it. Cole Edlin, 6th of the contest. 30-point lead or deficit, whichever way you want to look at it. Middleton fires, misses. Mail rebound. This is going to get to running clock real quick. Getting back on defense, Dayquist with the hard foul to send it to the line and make him earn it.
Yeah, if Dayquist fouls you, he's normally going to foul you pretty hard.
He's going to get his money's worth.
Because he's normally frustrated.
Yeah, that's also true. Now they're going to mop up the sweat. That'll take a moment. 56-26 your score with 7:35 remaining in the third quarter. Connors Sports Talk will present the Player of the Game awards on the court at the end of this one, so I won't have any say in that. Nor will Derek. We'll just sit here and observe. And
absolutely. We love seeing Connor anyway.
I can tell you who it's going to be for Mail.
As we're in between his threes right here.
Yeah, yeah, we're just waiting on the next one. Inbounding it is Gainey over the top. It's intercepted by Mosby. Mosby gets it to Moody. Mail giving chase. Moody misses the layup. Bulldogs down quickly. Baseline drive. Tried to kick it. Deflected out of bounds by Queese. Stay with the Bulldogs.
Yeah, it's just everything's coming off a penetrate and kick. Penetrate and kick. And the shooters are standing around the three-point line, and, it's very easy.
Knocked out of bounds again. We'll stay with the Dogs. White with it. Another three-point attempt, and it's a different guy this time. Jason Gazaway hits his first of the night, the team's 12th. Lordy. Queese.
That's, it's a good move. He just goes score.
And threw it away.
Yep.
And this bucket, if they get it, will send it to a running clock. Not yet, as it gets blocked out of bounds.
Will not hurt my feelings one bit.
I'll get home, watch some foosball.
Yep.
There it is. Easy bucket for Demetrius White. Clock will run for the duration if you're still within the sound of our voice for this one.
You know what? You want to see the Scott County kid? Just keep playing hard. You're getting beat bad. Just keep playing hard.
Micah Glenn on the arc, missed it. Weiss fought for the rebound a little bit. Mail knocked it away into the hands of Glenn, and now we've got a foul on Mail.
Yeah, a little reach from behind there. It's one of those situations where you as Coach Glenn always is, there's not a more positive, optimistic guy. Just stay positive and try to run offense and try to do things that are gonna help.
Weiss trapped, gets it to Mosby, finds Middleton. Now it's stolen away by Cole Edlin.
Not sure why Jay-Z doesn't just shoot the ball.
Jack Edlin trying to take it the distance, stopped by Mosby and a foul. Clock will stop for the mop-up only.
Male players seem to be really, really sweaty, you know, every time they hit the floor down there.
Yeah, they're a little hot and bothered right now.
Right.
With a 35-point lead and no sign of relenting.
Of letting up, I know it.
At the free throw line is Jack Edlin trying to get into double figures and join his bro. Makes the first.
Kind of an odd looking one-handed push. But the end result is all that matters.
Their threes have been pretty, so
yes.
I guess if the free throws are a little bit of a different sort of, kind of like the Bo Kimball.
Yes, he's pushing it right through the bottom of the net.
63-26. Male looking like alpha male tonight. Blocked. Taken away by the Dogs on the run. Another bucket for an Edlin. It's Cole, a 2 this time.
Yep.
He's got 24, and they lead by 39. Well.
Yep, just keep playing hard.
Glenn to Mosby. Mosby has been held to 1 field goal tonight. Eli is going to take a 3.
There you go.
Moody hits it.
Good, Eli.
7 points for Eli. 65-29.
And it's amazing. I've seen a couple offensive possessions in both halves where Scott County keeps running offense and they get a bucket.
Blocked by Glenn over there in the corner, but it stayed with Mail, and they get themselves a layup out of it, and Moody will get the hard foul to send the Dogs to the line.
Just nobody jumping to the ball there. Your man makes a pass to the corner, Cal. You have to jump to the ball where the man goes on the other side of you, where it's still where you're between the ball and your man. And it's just the basic defensive stuff that Scott County just is not doing, and we see the result.
Demetrius White towing the line from Mail. Clock stops for that at 4:12. Makes the first. White has 8. 3 in double figures and 2 more with 8 for Mail. Makes them both. 4 in a row from the line for the Dogs. They're up 38. Still 4:07 to play in the third quarter.
7-0 Eagles, Cal. 7-0 Eagles.
Kind of felt like the Giants had a chance to pull the upset in that one, but we'll see over the long haul.
I think the Giants' ride ends bad tonight.
Neither would surprise me. I'm just so used to seeing them overachieve in the playoffs as a Patriots fan.
Right.
That I'm a little traumatized by the whole thing.
You're still seeing the helmet catch, aren't you?
Yeah. There's a drive
Good
by
move,
Micah Glenn. Yeah, I saw one of their guys drop an easy throw in crunch time last week, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. You made my 10-year-old son at the time cry because you pinned the ball to your helmet.
Right.
And now you're going to drop one of those with the game on the line. A miss for Mail and a rebound, a rare miss for Mail and a rebound for Scott County.
Jay-Z time.
Jay-Z attempt. He hit one earlier, trying to get another here, and no dice. And Moody will get the foul on the rebounding action. 67-31 your score. Mail in front of Scott County. Clock running in the third quarter.
That'd be 36 of them.
A long way.
And it seemed to happen quick.
It did. I mean, Scott County led this game. The funny thing is, they were up 14-10. Daquise had 9 points early.
Yep.
They were going basket for basket, had a good little run, and then Mail scored 14 unanswered. It really lit the fuse.
That's all it is there. Penetrate and kick. There you go.
3-point corner. Shamal Gates hits the lucky 13th three-pointer of the night for the Dogs. In traffic from the foul line, Gallagher. Good shot.
Gallagher minus the watermelon.
Gallagher potatoes. Dave Gallagher, former journeyman outfielder. Let's just drop all the Gallagher.
Yes, sir.
Nothing else to talk about.
That's right
now. There's a couple of misses inside. A third opportunity for Mail is good. Antonio Harris gets the lay-in.
I'm not so sure Mail's coach is up down there, coaching pretty hard right now.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
These two teams don't have any recent history that I know of. I don't remember them playing Mail in my 7 seasons here at all. Not even in a Christmas tournament or anything like that.
No, I think we've been in a couple state tournaments with them, but didn't
meet up.
Did not.
Turnover for the Cards. Down to the final minute before they inbound the ball here in the third quarter.
As the clock just keeps rolling.
We've lost a good 15 seconds just from player transactions here. Now we're back underway.
Tell you what, if you watch Mel move the basketball, they all catch the ball in triple threat position. They're very fundamental. You can tell they're well coached. I know he's down there coaching, and I made a comment about that, but you can see the result.
Yeah, and that's what you get out of teams when you're, even in a situation like this, there's stuff to be gained.
Yes, you're exactly right. And that's what he doesn't. You can develop bad habits. You can have a kid, get lazy and want to shoot the ball the whole time on the offensive end and not play on the defense end. And I think that's what he's trying to make sure that everybody stays crisp.
But here you have a new 5. They're all touching the ball on every possession and doing smart things. There's Mosby gets the shot blocked, and he'll get called for the travel.
The ball was knocked out of his hand. I do not think that was a travel.
(72-33) is your score with a quarter to play. Eight minutes to go in this one. Scott County, looking at their schedule coming up. We mentioned the Woodford
Tuesday night.
That's Wednesday night.
Wednesday night, sorry.
That's the 25th. Then they go to Sayre on Friday. That's a rematch. Sayre is the surprise team right now at 14-5 overall, 3-0 in the district. At Henry Clay on January 31st. So that is a week from Tuesday. And they'll go to next night to Western Hills. That won't be a cupcake, considering that they have both Campbells back. And they gave Great Crossing a hard time the other night. Then it goes Frederick Douglass here, Bryan Station here, Cooper here, which I assume is senior night, and then GRC away. There's no gimmies on that entire list. It'll get them ready for whatever comes in the 42nd district, but you also want to get some confidence wins here going down the stretch.
Golly. No matter how we get them, let's just get them. And you know what, Scott? He comes out of the huddle, start the fourth quarter, and they're running offense. Just keep moving and cutting.
Brown to Gallagher, playing pass. Drop off to Miles. He finds Christopher for a reset. 30 seconds gone here in the fourth. Brown dribbles all around. Not closely guarded. Gets it to Christopher. Noah Gallagher.
I don't think we want we want out handling the ball.
Deep three from Q is off. Long.
Good
Rebound
board.
from Mosby, though. Tried to throw it to Gallagher and got it picked off by Ethan Richards.
It's a really nice rebound by Nick.
The drive, the drop off, and off of Mayo, the turnover. 6:50 to play.
Which will go fast because of the running clock.
And there was much rejoicing. Miles to Brown. Mosby gets open for a three, maybe. No, that space closed in a hurry. He had to recover it as it got knocked out of his hands by Dash Egan, and now stolen away. We've got all kinds of fresh faces in the game. Cornelius Barrett, not to be confused with Cornelius Bennett.
Right.
Got the steal and dished it off to Keyshawn Jordan.
Looks like he is a young pup. He's a big boy, too.
There is a long three that's no good from Gallagher. Rebound to Richards. Mayo gains control of it. Richards will kick it and get it back.
The big fella's wallering in there.
That's an open three from the left corner. That's front rim. And the putback, no good. Richards will get a third try, no good. Rebound, Q. Up ahead to the other Q. And Quaid drops it off to Gallagher for the lay-in.
3 good passes right there.
I like Gallagher's game tonight at times. He's got 6 points. Rebound, Christopher off the miss from Mayo. Bounce pass from Brown, intercepted by Richards.
I don't understand. Dayquist, there's a guy in another uniform standing in front of you that you bounce the ball right to.
Richards, jump stop, the drive, the Euro, the lay-in. And now we've got a little kid on the court. And we've got the official tying his shoe, and we've got wholesale substitutions. And we've got madness here with 4:49 to go, Derek.
Are they bringing the kids in?
Check his eligibility. Make them forfeit this game if they were winning by 41. Timmy Amongo in the game for the first time.
Give him some run.
The 8th grader.
Yes.
Ellis Hughley as well gets it deflected by Egan.
I think Hughley and Amongo are probably 2 pretty good running backs, right?
Yeah, Amongo I think played quarterback for the middle school team, but I think ultimately right now you're behind Mr. Hickey for a couple more years, so they may try to get him in at running back or somewhere else. There's a miss from Middleton and another rebound for Richards.
Good hands by the big fella.
Inside to Keyshawn Jordan.
Nice hands.
They come at you in waves, do the Bulldogs. They have more than doubled up the Cards tonight. Another long three, another in and out. Mayo travels, is falling to the floor is Jordan. I'll be home much earlier than I expected tonight. It's 8:33. This game wasn't even supposed to start till 7:45. It started early, as we had a running clock in the first game as well. With Great Crossing defeating Moore. We had a running clock in the 4:15 game with Paris defeating Pineville. We had, I don't know if we got the running clock in the Pineville SC girls game or not, but it wasn't close.
Was that SC on top?
No, it was not.
Ooh.
So the Dan Cummins Classic had a lot of one-sided results today.
We need to look at the scheduling next year.
I'm telling you, if they had just swapped Moore and Mayo, we could have had a Donnybrook tonight.
Yes.
I still don't know if Scott County wins, but at least Great Crossing would have been tested.
Right.
Mayo almost with another steal, but steps out of bounds. Miles checks in for Middleton. Ticking down to 2:30 to play. County
in this quick game.
They've both taken an hour, mercifully, tonight.
I think Mail's trip here is longer than they actually played,
so.
Right?
At least earlier today, it probably took that long.
Yes.
Not as bad as it would be on a Friday. Inside, tied up.
And the thing about it, if you're Coach Glenn at Scott County, Cal, if you go in that locker room tonight, you get dressed, you close the book on this one, and you come out and practice hard tomorrow. That's all you can do.
You got to flush it like what it is, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
There's a three, the 14th of the night for Mayo, and it's Dash Egan.
Love that name, Dash.
Dash Egan, as I swallow my water the wrong way. Let's wrap up the night in style, shall we?
Yes, sir.
Reaching in for the foul is Xavier Frazier. Dash Egan. That sounds like a soap opera name.
Mm-hmm.
Final 75 seconds of this one. We'll see you Monday night over at Great Crossing against the Frankfort Panthers. Doubleheader action for you. Matt Wall's girls team on a 5-game win streak as there's a travel on Scott County.
See that, and the thing about Mail, they're cheering on.
The whole bench is
right,
excited.
And that was from a defensive stop. They're still going nuts, and that shows you that
distinctly different energy.
Right, and that comes straight from the coaching level, right there, straight from the top.
Going to have to find a way to fire this team up for the stretch drive. Turnover for Mail, takeaway for Owens, up ahead to Amongo. Timmy can't get the layup to fall, and the rebound comes down to Mail. Intercepted again by Owens. Again to Amongo. This time he'll finish. Timmy with the 2 points.
Good for him.
81-37. Probably going to be your final.
Yeah, let's hope they don't shoot one up there.
Mail was content not to go to the rim one more time or shoot another three.
Because if they shot another three, more than likely.
We might end this game with a fight.
And it would be good.
37 is your final. Been an interesting day of basketball. I wouldn't say it's been a close day of basketball here in the county. All the high school games and all the college games decided by double digits and then some.
Seems like today they wanted to test the rule of the 35-point continual clock. And yes, it is true. When you get up 35.
Yes, it works, in fact.
It is true.
44-point victory for the Mail Bulldogs. Will improve to 12-10. They got a big 24 points and 6 3-pointers on the night from Cole Edlin. Jack Edlin with 10. Terrence Hall with 11. 9 from Demetrius White. 8 more from Max Gainey. Daquise Brown had 9 in the first 5 minutes of that game, and that held up as the leading scorer for the Cardinals. Micah Glenn with 8. Eli Moody with 7. Noah Gallagher was 6, J.Z. Middleton 3. Nick Mosby held to what I know for a fact is a season low 2. Who's our Connors Sports Talk player of the game? They just said a name
I
from
think
Scott
they said
County, but
DeQuise
nobody-
Brown, and I saw him run into the locker room.
Maybe that was a medical issue. I don't know. He just took off. Oh, here he's coming
Yep.
back. Maybe he was just getting rid of his. He thought he was. I don't know. Anyway, he's their player of the game. There's Q receiving his award from Connor Woolhite, putting the arm around him, getting the photos taken for posterity. Had to be Cole Edlin with the 6 threes and the 24 points for him.
Yep.
Derek, we'll see you Monday and Wednesday, my friend, and looking forward to a doubleheader over at GC on Monday night, and then back here for the Woodford County Yellow Jackets.
Absolutely.
On
Let's
Wednesday.
hope games are better. I know the Great Crossing probably will be. Let's just hope the Wednesday night here gets a little better.
Cards will have to step it up against none other than Jasper Johnson.
Absolutely.
Number 21 in the class of 2025 nationally, according to ESPN. For Derek Varney, for James Scoggin, for Mike Scoggin, for DT Wells, I'm merely Cal Loke saying good night and God bless. Your one final time at the Dan Cummins Classic, Mayo 81, Scott County 37. Good night, everybody.